running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no off, you better call back up. Don't really need down to finish, I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it, know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel, I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bang, 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 bang. Check 9, check 9.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, Delta.
gets his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
I'm coming for you. Mike, 55. Lady. Watch the curl.
Now it's Darnold. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Hey, Haywood.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Off play action. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Buying time to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. This is Grant. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
61, match box, right. Now, lady. 54, right? Bravo. 54, Mike. No chance. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Now, lady. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Grant. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
General West.
We're scoreless after one.
Check. Red 80. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You draw quarters. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
On second down, Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there, 54.
Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Alpha. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
And they are going for it. Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on, now.
There's the stiff arm. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? This guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, his 2nd sack of the night. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darren Lee bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now Newton. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check. Fresno. Red 80.
On third down, here's Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
We're going to set. Watching you find. Cut. Check the backer. Watch the set.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, high 7. Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Here we go. 55. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
And that'll set him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Let's see what you got. Hey, Echo. 55. Switch up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. And we heavy on the edges.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set. 180. Mike 59. It's a party now. Set.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, Cook slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Newton now to throw. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Wormley. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You have some explanations.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Watching the grind. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. This a quick pass to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percent.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Darnold now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Check 13. X3. 218. Jump. Switch.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
He's crossing. He's checking cross. Begin.
They will run with Grant, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Check 99. And Eddie. Here we go.
Eddie is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 22, Newton steps away to his left. It's caught, Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Darnold. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Darnold. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All day, every day.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Great. SOS.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darren Lee, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got it. Check 26, check 26. Tight dog.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
36. Check.
Here's Grant. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Right there.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike 54.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch that. Hey, switch gears. He's checking.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction.
Check Mike 54. Watch QB draw. Check. Check 37.
On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Well, I've never seen this one. It's 2nd down, and the punt team is out there. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Here's Newton. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
We're going to sign. Mike's by 4. Let's go. Switch. Here we go.
On first down, Grant looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They go back to Grant. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You're outside. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, let's get, hey, lady. Jim.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Here we go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal at the Ravens 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Vikings 14. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Red 80. Slant. Red 80. Check 49.
Mushy.
No 80.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Hey.
From the 27, Darnold. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
No. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. 3 balls.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is Cook with the ground. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 50, check 50.
Newton now to throw. Forced out to his left. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Show it up. Switch. Check 6 guys.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Kill the intended receiver once again, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. shotgun snap for Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Newton coming off the line. He's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Grant, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Hey, seam 6. Check right. Watching you five.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check nickel. Check. Check hot route. Hot. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, lady. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. Mike 55. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Oh, lady. Joker. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch his flat. Mike, 55. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Here we go.
An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, box drop. Mike 55.
Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Newton to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Room to run past midfield. 30. 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Ravens, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's loss number 3 for them on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.